welcome back to the channel. It's that time of year again, pips. So I'm going to be getting my garlic ready, right? So I'll be putting a little clip maybe of showing you how my garlic did look last year, and then I'm trying to basically replicate what I did last year, and hopefully I'll get the same result this year, guys. So I think this is the perfect time of the year for you to grow garlic. Maybe 2 weeks before, and maybe another 2 weeks after. But I think right about now, for me, is the best time to grow garlic. And right now there is about the 8th of October, right? So yeah, let's take it on. Right, so the first step what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some compost on, some compost I've made over there. I don't know how well it's decomposed, but I'm going to have to put it on anyway because that's all I've got for now. And then after I've put the compost on there, I'll be spreading some coffee granules, because normally coffee granules is normally the only fertilizer I tend to use. Earlier on this year I did try some bloodfish and bone with my cabbages and stuff like that and a few of the plants, just to experiment, you know. But normally I just keep it as organic as possible. I just use coffee granules. Right, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over to the compost bin, give it a quick little mix up, and then I'm going to come over and add it to the bed. Right guys, follow me on that one. So let's lift it up, see what we got under here. Right, well, looks like some of it is done, some of it isn't done, but like I said, that's the best I've got for now, and that's what I have to use, that's what I'm going to use. Let's break it down, see how it looks, because it's not all of it that's going to be uncomposed. We got some nice compost in the middle of it still, guys, you see, as you can see. But I've just been adding more and more to it, and what I've added hasn't fully decomposed. So I'm just going to move most of that to the side, and what I can use, I will be using. Alright guys, it's not actually too bad. Alright, so let me go and get a spade and see if I can just basically spread what I can on the bed. Alright guys, let's see how that looks on the bed there. So I'm basically just going to come and just sprinkle as much of it as I can, as even as I can. I'm going to take out any bits that's not supposed to be in there. Alright, so I've got 2 bins anyway, guys, so hopefully they'll be enough. In the middle is actually quite good compost still. Yeah, so I'm just trying to spread it as even as I can. Guys, it doesn't have to be perfect. The plants don't really care if it's smooth, rough or flat. As long as we got the right nutriments in there for the plants, they'll do their thing. As you can see, I've got a lot of wood in my compost. To me, the wood helps with the microfungi, helps the mushrooms grow, the mycorrhizal. Yeah, so that's the kind of stuff I like. Woody compost or compost that's made out of wood. Right, so I'm gonna carry on laying down the compost, guys, and then when I'm done with that, I'll show you the next step. All right, so just let me get on with that for now, guys. So after I've put the compost on, what I do is I come back and just try to kind of level it up as much as I can, spread the compost around as much as I can on the bed. You know, as you can see, this soil is full of, for me, it's life. When I see the wood lice, you know, if I turn a little bit more over, you will see, like, say, worms and stuff. I call it life, you know. So to me, that's the correct compost. I've also got some bits of plastic and stuff. So as I'm cleaning it out, I'm going to take out as much rubbish as I can. And then, yeah, after that, I've got to put the coffee granules on there, guys. All right. So my little trusty hand shovel, let's come along. Try to spread it out as much as I can. Guys, this is a bit of the grass, you know, like when you take the whole bit of the grass up. Yeah, that's those clumps of grass, the stub of it. But yeah, overall, I'm kind of happy with this compost still. Don't really need a lot of compost, just a thin layer over what you already had there before. I don't mind, guys, the garlics are going to be here over winter, so anything that doesn't break down in the bin at the moment, whatever is on here will break down by next year, I guarantee you. All right. Guys, just taking out the rubbish, the big bits, any bits of plastic. Yeah, guys, it may not look like the best compost, but it's literally a similar process I did last year. And yeah, I think I had a good result with the garlic, so I'm just literally trying to do the same thing again. So repeat, rinse and repeat, basically, guys. Guys, so same as a while ago, let me finish doing the flattening, and then I'm going to show you the step of when I'm actually just putting on the coffee granules, and after that we'll start with the actual garlic itself. Alright guys, so the next step is obviously, like I was saying, adding the coffee granules. Normally I get more than that, but today that's all I was able to acquire, so I will be adding more as you know, as the weeks go by. So it's literally just get our coffee granules, guys, and just try to spread it as evenly as you can over the soil. I find that this not only brings the worms into your soil, also, you know, feeds the soil. You know, coffee granules is high in all the major plant foods, you know. We're talking potassium, we're talking iron, we're talking zinc, we're talking copper. You know, whatever a plant needs, you can get it in this. It's slow release and it's organic. Alright guys, so like I said, just try to spread it as evenly as you can. As I don't have a lot, I'm going to try to spread as much as I can and just get to the end. Alright. But yes, I will be adding more. I will be adding more as the time goes by. To help bring the worms in to come and, you know, break up a lot of the stuff that hasn't been broken up. We'll also be adding worm casting to my soil. As you guys know, worm casting is one of the best things you can add to your soil when it comes to organic plant food. Alright, so I've managed to make that bag spread over the whole bed, so that's perfect. Alright guys, so now we've added our coffee granules. I'm going to show you like how we take away the bulbs away from the garlic, and you know how we're going to get that process started. Right, so that'll be the next step. Right, so when you get your garlic, it comes like this, you know. So what you've got to basically do, you've got to break them up into individual cloves. Right, try not to make this happen if you can avoid it. Alright, so just take your time, break them apart, and what you're trying to do is find the biggest cloves, you know, the biggest ones that you can find. Alright, now these garlics, basically I don't order seeds from, like, say, online. I just think seeds are seeds, you know, and these look like garlic seeds to me, you understand? So I basically just buy this garlic from the store. Looking on there, they don't even have a name. It just says white dry garlic, origin China. Right, so we'll go with that. Okay. All right, so let me just show you again, guys. The bulb comes like this. You just basically try to gently pull apart. Yeah, try not to break the actual cell along the garlic. That way there you stand a better chance of it germinating and maybe not rotting it before it does that. All right, guys, so I'm gonna break a few more apart, show you when that's done, and then I'll then start show you the process of me putting them in the ground and how deep. All right, guys, bless up. So, also want to show you these ones. These ones was actually the ones I had last year. You know, when when they were first picked, the bulbs was like bright purple, you understand? But as they dried out, they kind of became a little bit kind of whitish, kind of grayish, you know, but you can still see the remnants of the purple. But the whole stem was purple. I put a little clip up basically, and I'll show you how it was last year and what's making me basically try to grow garlic again. Because I thought, you know, I had a good result last year and I'm basically trying to repeat the process. God bless. All right, I'm gonna just basically repeat the same process. Just gently take them apart, you know, and then in the end, I'm gonna take the biggest cloves. All right. This was the first one I've done. This is my lot I'm doing. You can see they look slightly different, you know? Okay. Yeah. One of the cloves from last year. As you can see, nice size, you know? And hard. When I say hard, firm. Yeah. And I did pick these, I believe, May last year, or roughly around about May last year. Or this year, sorry, May this year. Sorry. Alright, so once again I'm just gonna do that, and then once I finish I'm gonna show you the process of, you know, putting them in. Alright guys, so basically I'm gonna start off with the first lot that I had pulled out, and I'm just gonna be pushing it down, say about this much. Alright, I find it better to show than to say. Sometimes when you show people, they learn a little bit better. Alright, so I'm basically going to just be trying to be putting them about 2 inch apart, 3 inch apart, you know. Just push them down just below the surface, 1 clove at a time. Alright guys, let me show you this, just 1 clove at a time. Push it this side down, the pointy side up. Alright guys, so this side, the blunt side, that goes in the ground. The little pointy bit at the top, that faces up, right guys? So just push them in, not too deep, like I said, about 2 inches down into the ground, and we're just basically going to repeat the process. All right. Yes guys, growing garlic, it's not very hard, man. It's basically you put this in and you literally just wait, you know, 8 to 9 months. The ones I grew last year, just like now, I'll give them some water, and if we have like a wet winter, I never literally have to water, they just take care of themselves. So to me, garlic is one of the easiest things to grow once they get going. Just put these over here. Alright guys, this is not planned, you know, I'm just doing this as I'm going along to show you lot, you know, what I'm doing. So it might just look like I might make a little bit of a mess or a little mess up sometimes, because it's not pre-planned, it's just doing it as I'm going. Alright. So right guys, I'm gonna go on with the process as usual. And then when I finish, I'll show you the next step that I do, which is basically giving it the water. And you know, we just wait for nature to take its course, for it to start to grow. And then yeah, hopefully as time go by, I'll be coming to the allotment, and you know, I'll give it a little plug so you can see how things are going. Alright guys, so one of the reasons why as well I'm growing the garlic, you might say like, why are you growing it in October, or you know, like you said, the two last weeks in September? Well, basically it's good for your garlics to start growing, like a good little bit of growth, you know, so about this much, nice little bit of root system. So when the winter comes, so I was told that the garlic needs a bit of cold for it to separate and make bulbs. You know what I mean? So it makes logical sense if you grow it just before the winter, allow it to kind of have a growing period through the winter, and then hopefully you will get the cloves that you desire from your garlic. You know? But I know a lot of people who grow their garlic in springs, and then when the ending of the spring comes for real, more times there's just one clove. You know, the garlic never really get to develop. So I believe maybe that theory may be true, you know? Alright guys, so after I finish doing this now, I'm just gonna give it the water, and yeah, that'll be the garlic, you know? That'll be the garlic. So I'm just doing the last few rows now. I believe that's it. That's me for now with the rows. So I'm just gonna get the hose ready, give it a good water in, and things will be good to go. Right guys, so basically the final process, give your bed to put in, allow the soil to settle around the clove that you've just put in there, right? Yeah man, gardening is not hard, people. Just a little bit of effort, a little bit of time, rinse and repeat, and you'll be able to eat all year round. Literally, people, you can just buy your own garlic. It does not have to be as big as this, like what I'm doing here. You can have a small little space, and it will give you garlic. It will reward you with your garlic. Alright guys, so really what I want to say now, on this note, I'm going to say, live well guys, and together we will grow. Bless up.